the beliefs and concepts, perceptions of the past, these are what creates the present. Thoughts, your thoughts, create the future. So, allowing the awareness of that mechanism, that thinking process, is so important. For most people are unaware that they are creating a future by their beliefs, worst of all, their fears. And we can see the consequence of the fear right now. It is everywhere. Fear all over. Being afraid. To be fearful is to be caught in a trap. And as you become aware of that, you can do something about it. But most people are unaware of how their life is being created moment by moment through their thoughts, their beliefs, their concepts, their conditioning. The world is very conditioning. We see right now with what is going on with the virus, it simply is a replica of the virus that has been plaguing humanity for hundreds of years. It's finally broke forth in some tangible thing, but it's always been this virus of the consciousness, a virus of conditions and beliefs and concepts. These are all as virus because they are creating you, your life, your experiences. And if you're not aware of that, which most people are not aware that they are creators, they feel at the mercy of the things around them. They have no power, for they have given their power to the outside. So, the new human in the new consciousness self-creates moment by moment. Self-creates. And so, we see it's so important with your thoughts, because that's what creates. Your beliefs, your thoughts, your concepts, fears, doubts, separation, all of those things contribute to creating your future, creating you. To recognize how powerful you really are, and to see how fear can wreck the boat. Fear causes a crash within the human being, and all the energy escapes into that fear, which becomes anger, selfishness. We can see how now people are hoarding because of fear. They do not realize that all their wants and needs are being met moment by moment by their own awareness of their true self. Very few people recognize that. But if you can live with that knowing that all your wants and needs are provided for by you, not from the outside, not from a belief or concept, but a knowing that you are powerful, that you are creative. And as you train your thoughts, as you create awareness around your thoughts, you see how your creation manifests. To be aware. Simply to be aware. I think, therefore I am. It's very true, actually. I am a creation of myself. Through my awareness, my thoughts, my experiences, all of those things have contributed to what this is. It's not supernormal. It's not supernatural. It simply is the way of being. That is what the new human is in the new consciousness. It's a way of being in the world and not attacked or caught or trapped by it. Not caught up in conditional beliefs and concepts of the other. To know there's no other than you. To realize you are the creator of your existence. I know we in the past have miscreated. If we would have known better, we wouldn't have, but we did. So we have to live with that. Take that experience and refurbish it. Recreate yourself from that experience and say, wait a minute, what did I learn from this? For life is a teacher, the teacher. It teaches through the experiences. And to be open and receptive to the experiences allows one to flow freely into a new self, not the old self, the past, the present that is coming to future. So we really are the presence of the future when we live in knowing. Living in knowing allows one to transcend all the past junk that we've created. We know that we didn't know. We realize we didn't know that we were creating life as we were going along. Who told us? Who bothered to tell you? It's always been somebody else is doing it. Some deity is creating your situations, your experiences. But now we have a first-hand look at what fear does to people. Fear. How the whole world is in this fear of this virus that is rampaging out there. And they don't know how to fix that. I see it as a thing of consciousness, that it is going to take our consciousness to transcend this, to move beyond it. Our consciousness, our awareness, our creativity is what will save us. Not the outside, not some super medication, none of those things, but our awareness of our own individual, unique power. And to express that in a way that so elevates us that we see around us the problems, the fear, the anger, but it has no effect upon our person. For we are not caught in the fear. We live in the awareness of how powerful we really are in this consciousness. So it takes us to be conscious constantly of our thinking, of what we attach to, what we resist, what we're afraid of, and to transcend it. Transcending is going beyond where you were. That's it. Going beyond where you were. Where you were was maybe not a good place. You were fearful, you were doubtful, you were separate. You were attached. So we become non-attached. Non-attached to life itself. For you cannot cling to anything for that limits your increase in awareness. Clinging to the past, clinging to ideals, keeps you stuck. To unstick yourself, to free yourself, is to become a new person, a new being through self-creation. To recreate yourself in the image and the awareness of what the new human and the new consciousness has been presented to you over the years. Now is the time to really embrace that truth, to uplift yourself in a way that you live a transcendent life, fearlessly going where most people are hovering in fear, cowering in fear, afraid for their mortal being. Fear is a destructor, a distractor, a destroyer. Love, compassion is a healer, a transformer. So you see the balance, finding the balance within yourself. And it's easy, you're not going to overdose on love or compassion, but you are overdosed on fear and anger already. So you see that choice. You make the decision to become all you can be moment by moment. And that is a step-by-step process. You catch yourself in fear thoughts. You catch yourself in anger. You catch yourself in separation. And just say, that's not who I am. That's not who I'm becoming. I am becoming this human in this consciousness that is constantly being brought into a higher awareness through their own activity, through their own expressions, through their own thoughts. It is the awareness that is the transformer. Be transformed by being aware of who you are, really who you are. Not who you've been told, not how you've been programmed or conditioned, but to break free of that and be who you are really, you see. So these experiences are simply teaching us of where we've lost our power or given our power. And these experiences can also be pressed into service, their energy. Simply energy, you can always use energy in your life. So take the fear, the anger, the separation, the doubts, all the conditional consensus realities, and delabel them. Take the labels off and you have energy. Energy is the life force working from within you in a state of transforming and reforming and remaking yourself in an image of light. Light is the highest frequency the human can experience. Light is very fast, the speed of light, you see. So we become light. We accelerate so that nothing sticks to us. No doubt, no fear, no anger, no separation, no jealousy, none of those human things that distract and keep you from being all you can be. Accelerate, becoming this in your whole being in awareness. Allow it, embrace it, think about it. Create the thoughts of the light being that you become. Create that new self and hold it in your awareness. And you will become that. And you are becoming that moment by moment. Simply allow. Allowing always seems to be the key to everything. Allowing is not resisting, but moving with what is in each moment. So allow yourself to be more of what is possible within your own matrix of being. Allow, embrace, expand, become, transcend. Become that which is possible for every human being on this planet.
Anna says, I feel inspired by your message. Thank you.
Happy to be of service, Anna. I think in these days, inspiration is sorely needed for anyone that might hear.
And Marianne Itkin says, thank you, Ishvara. By taking this time as a retreat, I find myself less and less fearful. Your teachings are a bright light.
Thank you, Marianne. I appreciate the feedback. And as always, thanks for playing.
And Shantara asks, can you talk more about raising your frequency by sending energy to others? Everyone is trying to protect themselves instead of giving. Thank you.
Giving is the bread of life, really. It is what we give, is what we receive. So when one is giving out fear, what are they receiving? If you give out love, what are you receiving? It's a feedback loop constantly. That is the nature of thinking. That is how creation takes place. So it's like when you put good into this, good comes back to you. And if you're caught up in fear or anger, you see what you get. So to give these thoughts this awareness. You don't have to personally go out and talk to people, but to hold that awareness is a form of giving, is raising the consciousness of humanity to another level of possibility. And so we can use this energy of fear and transform it into an energy of transformation, to see all of life being transformed through this experience. It's like a wake-up call for the human being. Will they hear it? Or will they reach over and shut the alarm off and forget about it? We must hold that they will hear, that they will know. And so we project that out into our world around us. When so much fear is there, we become the counterbalance to that as love and awareness and transcendence and freedom. So we have a great power to offer to the world. And so we constantly give that out. And what we receive is more energy actually to give more, to even move further. That is the process of this enlightenment process. That is how it works.
Todd says, I seem to remember some time back you saying things were probably going to get worse before they get better. Can you speak to the getting better part and how we might get there?
Well, I don't like being the prophet, but I've tried to warn people that Mother is going to do something if we don't do it ourselves. So now is the opportunity to make amends, to really see the separation, how fear and anger, wars, and all of this poverty, all of these things are affecting the whole of us. And so we can use this as a wake-up call. Say, look, Mother Nature is saying, you must pay attention. It's bringing attention to things, but it comes in a form of fear. So we want to elevate it into a form of awareness, to realize the cause and effect of these things, is to see that actually the fear, the anger, the doubts, the separation, the sense of other has brought us to this precipice of this crisis that so is gripping people only if they buy into it. If you keep your frequency higher, you won't buy into it. You'll see it for what it is. That's how we gain clarity, by increasing our energy field, the frequency of our existence. We see through this stuff around us, and we don't add to it. We actually elevate and bring new possibilities through these experiences. So my thing is to make every experience pay. So how can we make this experience pay? What can we do with this energy? It's a time of raising consciousness. It's a time of transcendence. It's a time of going beyond where humans have always been. It's a time to move into a new awareness, a new arena of experience and possibility.